Welcome back to you, Pumpkin. Do you remember the Tether Fud? It has been going down right now. There is an updated article. Do you see this little spike down? This is what happened yesterday. No, we're going to zero. That's exactly what we saw. No, we're going to zero. And then we bounced back. Tether, the currency, everybody thought it was depegging. No, it wasn't. Here we are. There's been the official Bloomberg article release. Some quick backstory. There was some word that some FUD was going to get released about Tether. Someone leaked it to CoinDesk, Bloomberg. It's obviously insider snakes trying to take the industry down and trying to cause FUD. They really want to take it down because the stablecoin use case is one of the most lucrative thing in crypto. So this article was the one that came out. It's behind a paywall. Look at this. Biggest crypto stablecoin, Tether, was once backed by Chinese securities. It's trying to make everybody panic. No one cares. You're going to get deleted. My good friend, Lumifart, is here with a beautiful explanation. Shout out to Lumi for this great summary. So he actually read the article and he says, it seems pretty good. He said, so Tether went from being unbacked, then it's backed, but it was Chinese securities, and then now it's backed, but it was Chinese securities. So that's now in the past. So now it's not Chinese securities. This is just something from the past. And he also mentioned some positive things. The article also mentions that the Bitfinex loan being paid back, which there was a lot of worry way back in the day. So there was a hack on Bitfinex. They issued the debt token. You will find it on CoinGecko. And I'm going to go and show it to you right now. If you've ever been through the rankings, you'll see this weird coin here. If you type in Leo, you'll find it. Leo token. You ever wonder what Leo is? Leo is a debt token. Leo was a coin given to the customers of Bitfinex. And they said, hey, now that we've lost all the Bitcoin that got hacked, if we ever find it, you will get redeemed. And people were able to trade the probability of them getting back the money. So it will be backed, for example, for $1, and people would trade it much less. Some people wanted to panic out. They sold it for like, whatever, 10 cents. Surprise, surprise. They ended up finding it. If you remember that weird girl who put her foot in her mouth, that weirdo, she had the wallet. They ended up finding it out years and years later, and they found it back. So that's why Leo now trades at like $3.52. So people were able to claim it back. Surprise, surprise. So Tether has been attacked so much. So even you have reports here. Tether does not currently hold any commercial paper. The content covered in the article should have occurred in 2021 and before. So you can see, friends, they're really trying to take down Tether. They're still trying to do it, which is very interesting because you would think with these all-powerful people that they would go through this and try to really nail them down. I guess Tether's actually pretty sound. I mean, Jim Cramer was bearish. True story. I've made tweets about it. Jim Cramer being bearish on Tether was probably the final kick-up boom that it needed. So this is even articles from yesterday. Just to remind you, expect a CoinDesk article on Tether soon, but I don't think they would report anything that could seriously F with markets. DCG still needs all the capital and investor support they can get, and they wouldn't help. So DCG, the guys own CoinDesk. Remember there was the Grayscale, Genesis, all that FUD that was happening in December. Everybody was scared about 100,000 plus Bitcoin just unwinding and dumping on the market. So it's interesting. We are now replaying human politics in crypto because everybody's got financial incentives. Even though we kind of made this industry to kind of like, hold hands, wear a fluffy slippers and sit up with straight backs. But turns out financial incentives rule everything. So we didn't really fix the issue with humans. We all have our faults, but we just made everything transparent. That's what the crypto industry actually does. We don't pretend like we're better or worse than anyone else on earth. It's just that in crypto, everything is see-through. You can see everything on the blockchain. It's not about words. You can actually see evidence. Someone got paid. There's a trail from A to B. We can't see that. We can't see what's happening in modern-day banks and everything else that's going on. So that's the crypto industry. So remember, this was dumping. So someone knew something. Someone knew there was FUD coming out. Someone got ahead of the news. Someone probably had a listing of the Bloomberg articles, what's coming, like, ooh, Tether. That's why that guy tried to do some big short, and then look, it just came back up. You're probably wondering, why isn't Tether exactly $1 here? Why isn't it 1.0? It's 0.9989. And here's the answer. The answer is if you want to redeem, it costs 10 basis points. So it costs you this distance just to hand it in. That's Tether's fee. They'll take that to do the redemption because you make them go call up the bank. So as you can see, no one wants to go buy it up and do an arb. And even if you could do it, it's not worth it because you might earn 1 day of yield in some other investment vehicle. It's not worth you waiting that day in this very, very short time span. Because you can make that distance. I mean, look at this distance. This distance is nothing, friends. Like, if you get the ruler here, you can see it's 0.10%. There are yield farms that might pay you out that, and you don't have to do anything. So you can see we're dealing with, like, very small units of money, but it's supposed to be on giant volume. 10, 100 million, $1 billion plus. That's where we're coming from. So this article, Tether, is it fine? We don't really know. Should you hold stable coins? Personally, I wouldn't. It's just too risky. I can't sleep at night, friends. Just the Tether chart has such a long history. And if you just want to see the dangers of this, what you can do is you want to specifically look at the Bitfinex chart, because Bitfinex are with Tether, same insider. So what you can do is you can search on a specific exchange data on TradingView. This is why you like, subscribe, press the belly button, and all. Thank you very much, friends. I love you. Thank you so much for joining me in my community. We have so much fun here, so much passion. If you type in Bitfinex exchange up here, and then you do this little colon, double dot of friendship. If you just type in USDT, look what comes up. USDT, USC. That's what you want to look for. I type yes, and then you can get it here. Now, this is a weird spelling. They have UST. That's the Luna coin. So you want it is UST. It's Tether. You can see by the little symbol up here. You can see that this thing has had some wild moves. I understand, man. Like back here, June 2019, there was one that came up here. Oh, man, this is absolutely crazy. So there's some wild deviations here. There was even one that's missing from here. There was Tether went down like 70 cents. And what I've done is I've actually found the proper one, friends. You can type in here. It's a spot crypto exchange. If you type in USDT, USD, and you can go down here, see spot crypto. This is like an index. This isn't a specific exchange. You click here. You know, if you want to make it in this game, you have to get proficient at playing with this. You have to get proficient at, obviously, keeping your elbows straight and being a baby doll, baby cake friend. But you've got to learn how to maneuver on these exchanges with this data, because if you're missing key parts of history, you are really going to regret it. That's why we are friends here. So you can see a lot of these times that there's some big deviations here, man. Like there's some absolutely cracker moves here. You don't want to be caught. We know this history. Look, it's supposed to be a stable coin. You're supposed to just have a nice little line at 1, but you have these absolute monstrosity moves. See, this is the thing about stable coins. These moves scare me. They just scare me. Like, that's a stable coin. You're meant to be in it for safety. It's meant to be like this. Now, I know it's been a long time, but we're humans. I can't erase this from my memory. I remember hearing the stories. I remember seeing the charts, the big candles, the wild gyrations. Like you think it's easy. Oh, it comes back. Yeah. You tell me how confident you are of it coming back when you're just seeing this. Big, fat, red candles coming down. Tell me how confident you are of coming back when you're seeing that. It's scary. It's scary. You know, it's tough, man. This game is tough. You need mental fortitude, friends. So, more Tether news comes out. Where do we go from here? I mean, we can always observe. What does the market really think? I already showed you what it was doing on the short term in terms of Tether and what it was doing. You always check out 5-minute Bitcoin chart. Is it doing anything? Nah, no one really cares. We're playing around. We're priced in. So, you come to learn over time, as I get to share with you, the market will do what it wants to do. If it always had a plan of going down, doesn't matter what good news comes your way, it will reject it, and then it will plop. And the other side is true. If we are finally done rinsing enough weak hands, it doesn't matter what the bad news is. When it's time to go up, it will go up. Don't forget, that's exactly what happened at the bottom of the FTXE. So even though there was bad news coming, there was Genesis, all these bad news, it just had enough time. It spent its month here. It rinsed the weak hands. Time to go. So that's what we're waiting for here. Are we waiting for anything in particular? No. It's just, hey, spend enough time here. Maybe we're done with July and hopefully like, woohoo! Maybe. They're all just maybes, friends. You understand the game. That's why I'm telling you, these games can go up, down. There's no life-changing opportunity here. There's no value creation in a 14-day period, a 30-day period. The value creation is riding that big, fat, super beautiful long-term trend, December 2025. And of course, we are prepared. If we get scammed somewhere in 2024 with the BlackRock ETF, we're always prepared. But it's about the mindset. Because at the end of the day, nothing can take this away from us. You and I, we both know that we are nothing but peanut brains. Tell mum and dad, don't worry about Tether. We're going to make it. Like, subscribe, bell button and all. I'm going to catch you in the next one.